So speaking of low vibe, I got a cold and then I got a sinus infection. Why? Because I wasn't grounding and breathing as much as I should have. There's mold in my bedroom. There is dry heat this time of year in New England. Many reasons. It's not just one. So why does everything reduce everything to frequency and nothing is about waves? Nothing is about particles. Nothing is about seeing yourself as the wholeness. And then the word, the language brings in that truth. And that's what I did this morning, besides rinse out my sinuses and put lemons on my endocrine system areas to balance my pH as quick as possible. Things can be done to help when you're not on it all the time, because none of us can be on it all the time. And when things change in this world, we're going to see how quick vibrations can fall when people have fed off of others and fed off their ego and fed off their I'm above you reality. What it takes to suspend yourself above that is disconnecting from other human beings until the language becomes the center. And then going in and out of that union with other is how you see your triggers and see your ego, which is the word I can't stand to use, because ego isn't evil or bad. It's the external ego that has formed this person's ego that is the lie of who this person is. So I'm on a journey to go back to who I was as a kid, and I've mentioned multiple times how I've done that and people have hated me and how I'm still doing it and how my family and people get me out of this childlike heart space in order to tear me down because they can't stand my light. So I avoid them as much as possible. You know, like if people saw a saint in the woods glowing, they would immediately think it was a demon. Oh, we've got ourselves one of these critters here and we need to shoot it. You know, that's how these hunters and people, witch hunters, think. Well, it ain't like it was in the past. Those races were destroyed. Their genetics were used to build an army, demonic army. So other people that knew about those things also wanted to become it, but they can't control it because they don't know how, and it's being controlled by the CIA and the government. So people need to broaden their perspective, especially Christians, because they want to start another war and shoot everything kind of thing. Oh, I like shooting cryptids. Yeah, so if you see a woman in the woods glowing in the dark, don't shoot it because it might land as a human and you might spend the rest of your life in jail, Mr. Brilliant, because some of us are cryptic, not cryptids, and you better know the difference.